But first tonight at 11, the indictment of New York Mayor Adams, a scathing set of federal felonies made public today. They include fraud, bribery, and solicitation of illegal foreign campaign donations.
And just a short time ago, New York Governor Hochul saying Mayor Adams needs to prove he can continue to lead during all of this, or she may have to use her power to remove him from office.
Meanwhile, Mayor Adams expected to surrender and face a judge tomorrow, although his lawyers are trying to push that until next week. But this scandal, no question, has the city of New York in a kind of crisis tonight.
And we have two reports. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan and Josh Einiger at City Hall. And we begin tonight with Jim.
Today, the searing indictment unsealed today presents a version of Eric Adams we have not seen before. Corrupt and venal and eager to be seduced by the luxury of first-class travel and suites at the Four Seasons. And Eric Adams, who eagerly did the bidding of the Turkish government, which paid for his loyalty and in the end required it.
His hardscrabble life is a uniquely American tale. Eric Adams grew up in poverty, homeless for a time, and rose from that to lead the biggest city in America. Today, that towering story of triumph collapsed in a sweeping corruption scandal.
The foreign money, the corporate money, the bribery, the years of concealment is a grave breach of the public's trust.
Mayor Eric Adams was charged today in a blistering, scathing indictment from the U.S. Attorney. It alleges a vast, near-decade-long scheme of fraud and bribery and influence peddling that could land the former police officer and law and order politician in jail for years.
Year after year after year, he kept the public in the dark. He told the public he received no gifts, even though he was secretly being showered with them.
It's an unfortunate day, and it's a painful day, and I look forward to defending myself.
The indictment details a conspiracy that saw Adams taking gifts of travel and illegal campaign donations from officials in Turkey's government, lavish hotel suites and first-class plane tickets. The indictment details a conversation an Adams aide had with one Turkish official in which the aide asks where Adams should stay on one trip. The Four Seasons Hotel, the official answers. When the aide says that's too expensive, the official says, why does he care? He's not going to pay, and his name won't be on anything. The aide replies, super.
These upgrades and freebies were not part of some frequent flyer or loyalty program available to the general public. As we allege, this was a multi-year scheme to buy favor with a single New York City politician on the rise, Eric Adams.
The indictment contains Turkey also arranged illegal donations to Adams' campaign, which were then matched by New York City. Because of that, Adams' mayoral campaign received more than $10 million in public in taxpayer money it should never have taken.
They don't have Eric Adams doing anything. He's not taking in the money. There's no email or text message in the indictment that has him doing anything, taking in any money.
Eventually, Turkey needed help bypassing FDNY regulations at its new consulate in New York.
Some of the people at FDNY thought the building had so many issues and defects that the building was not safe to occupy. So the Turkish official sent word to Adams that it was, quote, his turn, unquote, to support Turkey. And as we allege, Adams delivered and pressured the fire department to let the building open.
Adams says he is innocent, and you heard his lawyer say Adams's fingerprints are nowhere near any of the corrupt behavior alleged in this, and that may well be true. The indictment quotes one Turkish official as instructing Adams to delete her messages. He replies, I always do. Reporting live from City Hall, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Jim Dolan, as always, thank you for your reporting.